Alright, I've had a lot of people tagging me to Crimson's thread, so let's take a look. So the basis of the thread is talking about how oftentimes weirdo people on Twitter will actually insult young-looking women, often Asian women, saying that they're just trying to appeal to predators or stuff because they look young. Yeah, it's pretty weird. In my opinion, it's like overt bigotry. However, they'll be the ones claiming to be against bigotry and all that. Very ironic. Continuing on, he says that Asian beauty standards strongly emphasize youth and femininity, which is why their ladies strive to have a smooth and fair skin, slender bodies, and nobody wants to look old. All right, well, despite what the body positivity movement might say in the West, believe it or not, I think most women would actually, here in the West, agree with that too. Saying that it's totally normal and accepted that girls should be cute. All right, well, I'm going to phrase it a little bit differently. I'm not going to say should, anyone can do what they want to do, but like, there's nothing wrong with girls that want to be cute. For example, you might find a girl that you think looks cute, but in her mind, she's like going for more of like just a cool, like tomboy kind of look or something. So just kind of a semantical thing, I guess. Let's move on. Says, however, even without any of those, Asians still tend to look much younger due to things like genetics and bone structure and many other factors, meaning it's far easier for them to achieve anime aesthetics for cosplaying and like moe aesthetics as well, and showing a nice kaching cosplay right there. You can read this one here. I want to actually talk about the body positivity movement for a second. Like, I don't think people should just be mean to overweight people, for example. Like, why be mean? No reason for that. At the same time, I think it's literally mean for the body positivity movement to lie to people, saying there's like no negative health repercussions that come with being overweight or obese. I'm using like scientific terms. I'm not trying to be mean here. Like, there's, according to the CDC, a difference between overweight and obese. And according to the CDC, there's like many comorbidities that also like could factor into all that. I'm not a doctor. Point is, I do see sometimes like body positive people saying like, oh, there's nothing wrong with being overweight, and it's like there's scientific documentation that would say otherwise. It seems literally mean and arguably evil to like tell people that's like not the case. Like, you're literally harming their health by lying to them like that. Back to the thread, Crimson makes a very interesting point here, saying essentially that anime characters tend to look young because they're mimicking real life, where Asians tend to look young on average, according to the thread here. And that's part of why some Westerners find anime characters to look too young, or even real Asian people to look too young as well. Interesting point. Now, Crimson did include another picture you may have seen that I'm going to skip, because apparently on that one he was wrong, and that girl was not the age that he thought that she was. Although people haven't disputed the other images he's used, so make of all that what you will. Continuing on. He adds that this whole thing where Westerners are like shocked that Asians can look young and they're like offended by it, or whatever the heck is up with that may be like a culture shock sort of thing. Citing more examples like Liana Leonardo of his homeland of Indonesia, so shouts out to Indonesians. Also Natalie Pokleskaya, man, I definitely messed that up. Poklonskaya. No, I give up. And then also we got Naneko here. I covered her situation multiple times actually, where she got backlash. I think for this cosplay it wasn't also a Gargura one. Some more examples here. I'm just kind of speed running the rest of this as I try to keep my segments around 3 minutes, and we're a little over schedule with that. I guess I was a bit too rambly in this video. Brings up another great point here about the irony of these Twitter cops acting all virtuous and then like literally hating on Asians. Especially when there was a movement to stop Asian hate and they were still like going after Asians and Asian artists and stuff. It's just really, really absurd and hypocritical. And then finally, really just saying at the end that people should stop being so hateful and just enjoy entertainment. All right, interesting stuff. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments. And of course, if you want to check out Crim's thread yourself, you can find Crim at CrimsonFenrir7 on Twitter. Crim also included a cosplay photo of himself as a lolly at the end. However, I can't tell if he wants me to include it or not. He was saying like, don't include it. I couldn't tell if it was a joke though. So just to be safe, I'm not going to include it because I'd feel legitimately bad if I did and he didn't want me to. So that's that. Very interesting thread. Crim, once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in the comments.